Hey, my friends, it's Dave Van Hoos over here from Speaking Empire, and I got somebody really excited to just stop by my office. His name's Kevin Harrington, and if you ever see that show on TV called Shark Tank, you know, Kevin was on for, what, 3 years on that show?
Yeah, I did 175 segments, so a lot of fun. It was a great show.
You know, one of the things that I think is absolutely incredible is that you've helped, you know, build like 500 different products, and you've made over $4 billion and what, you know, the direct response business. Yep. And a lot of my clients that are on my list are, you know, are speakers, authors. Can you tell us a little bit, how did you do $1 billion in products?
So, you know, 30 years ago, I was watching television, and all of a sudden the TV went dark, and then there was bars on the screen, and I called the cable company, and I said, "What's happening?" They said, "Well, that channel is it's Discovery. It's only an 18-hour-a-day channel." So I cut a deal to start putting products on the air, giving them a percentage of sales, and that was the very early days. This is 1984, 85, 86, and from there it was Tony Little, and then Jack LaLanne, and then George Foreman, and you know, we went off to the races with all these different products and you know, a home shopping network distribution, QVC. Then we went international. So I mean, the Tony Little, like the Gazelle and the Ab Isolator and those kind of things. These things did hundreds of millions. Some of them actually did billion plus dollars. So I've been doing it 30 years. It's a lot of fun, and that's how I got on Shark Tank, by the way. Mark Burnett called and said he needed somebody that dealt with inventors and people with product ideas. So that was the last 30 years, and I'm looking forward to being at your event coming up here.
Yeah, I know, we're excited. You know, so if any of you guys have ever wanted to meet Kevin personally, or possibly get a picture with him, or even actually present your product or service, we've got a small, intimate workshop. You know, I know you speak, usually there's thousands of people. This is going to be a smaller one, so you'll have an opportunity to actually meet him live there personally. So tell us a little bit about, you know, what's one of the favorite products that you had, you know, as your infomercial, one of the cool things you can share with us.
I mean, I had my favorite product of all was Tony Little, because he was so full of energy, and you know, the Gazelle was just that was an amazing product. Then I did a lot of stuff with Billy Mays, and we had a drill called the dual saw, a saw. We had a drill and a saw, and it was called the dual saw. It had two blades. They counter rotated. One blade went this way, and the other blade went that way. That was a $100 million product. So every day was a new day in our business, and you know, so I never knew who was going to walk in the door. And now, you know, going on Shark Tank, people were pitching the craziest things. One of my biggest winners on Shark Tank was a product called City Kitty.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on
a
TV.
Cat toilet training product, right? That did 10 million in sales.
10 million, wow. I remember watching that.
Yeah, so only in America can a cat toilet training product do 10 million, right? But that's not even real big in my world, 10 million. But so what I'm really doing now, because after Shark Tank, I started getting literally tens of thousands of emails and calls, and hey, can I sit with you? Can I get 10 minutes of your time? And I'm like, how do you do that for 50,000 people, right? Yeah. So it's tough. But now with your event and the kind of events like this, which is really what I love, is to get out and meet one-on-one. As you mentioned, you know, we're going to be actually offering to a select few to be able to meet one-on-one with me at your event. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and even I know the quality of the folks that are coming to your events is so top-notch that those are the kind of events I really look forward to.
Yeah, one of the great things it's awesome about you do is that you actually put money into other people's businesses. You find an idea or product, you actually, you know, put money. So I'm not sure if you're a speaker, if you have a product or a service, you know, Kevin's going to be there, you know, and he's got access to lots of funds.
Yep.
I think the other thing I want to share real quick on this quick video is a lot of speakers out there have heard about infomercials. Now, have you done any infomercials for speakers like Russ Whitney or any of these folks?
I mean, I've done infomercials with Russ Whitney. I'm not sure if this is credibility, but I did Kevin Trudeau's first infomercial, Mega Memory, right? So, but you know, I think he's in jail right now. I'm not sure, but but no, I've done a lot of information products. I did Harry Lorraine's Memory Power, and if you have better memory, you're going to sell more products. You're going to get better grades in school if you're a student, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, these were books and tapes in the old days, much like we're surrounded today with a lot of products. But if you have a good product in the information world, there might be a place there for an infomercial, but it also might be a shortened version that can go onto mobile or into internet selling also. And in fact, I'm doing a new venture with a company called Sprint, who most of you probably know, and we're putting a mobile app on every Sprint phone now. So when a Sprint phone gets activated, it'll have our Star Shop mobile app, and then we have access to be able to sell products to the Sprint customers. So
it's going to be huge. You talked about that in our mastermind group. So if you're somebody who has a product, an idea, I'm telling you, this Sprint idea that you're launching is, another $1 trillion idea. And if you want to meet Kevin and really grow your business, this event we got coming up is very exclusive. It's not for everybody. We've only got 80 seats at this small workshop with me, Dustin, and Kevin that are going to be teaching there. And for those of you act now and act quick, you've got a new book you're going to come out. We're actually going to give you that book for free when you sign up for this event coming up.
You mentioned it. Let me talk about it. Brand new. It's only out about 30 days now. It's called How to Become a Key Person of Influence, and how to be a business rock star. How to make in your industry. How do you get the phone to ring for you, where they're calling you? If you're in real estate, you're going to get the big listings. Okay, so. Or the big speaking job if you're a speaker. And there's a 5-step process. I'm going to be sharing this with you. And just to give you an idea, one of the steps, I'm only going to tease with one step. It's called publishing. And we're going to share a new concept on how to actually publish your own digital magazine for pennies. For pennies, okay? You can be a publisher and put out a digital magazine that you're now a publisher, and you can have subscribers, you can have advertisers. We show you how to get all the content. So this digital magazine world this is where all the magazines are going, by the way. Like Forbes.com. I write for Forbes.com. They're now 70 million visitors a month that are getting to Forbes.com. So how would you like a piece of that kind of activity? So that's what we're going to show you.
Yeah, this event's going to be absolutely exciting. So if you haven't registered, I think you need to register now and take. We've got official pricing for the persons at an early bird special. Plus, you're going to get the book. We're going to have a lot of fun. So thank you, Kevin, for sharing. And again, my friends, we'll see you at the next event.